Hey everyone, this is Tony Steelheart here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this custom that I made of Jimmie Johnspin. So anyways, let's get on to the photos of him, shall we? So Jimmie Johnspin is based off of real life NASCAR driver Jimmie Johnson, and specifically it's based on a livery that I'm not gonna put an image on it because I have a die cast, and yeah, I thank myself for having a die cast so I can have like a reference like on how I made it or how I like designed them. So yeah, let's just get to the chase and take a look at them. All right. So for the body, I used this spare Kyle Weathers that I had, and because my old one was already messed up, or the paint. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna customize them. First, I painted them primer gray, and I gave him some details, and I still kept some primer on it, as you can see in the next image. I forgot to say that Johnspin was originally a Kaya Busch custom that I made originally, and not gonna lie, there was like three problems that I had with it. Well, two actually, but the third one is kind of like not really that important. But one is the way how it looks. Not gonna lie, it kind of looks ugly, and I didn't know how to use decals back then. So I use like drawing for paper, and I use like M&Ms, and I use like an M&M wrapper to like for the decals, which not gonna lie is kind of clever. Two is because Piston Cuffster made his version of Kyle Busch, and not gonna lie, shout out to him. That's a beautiful custom, by the way. And three is because Rowdy Reverend Busch already exists, and he's based off of Kyle Busch. So yeah. For the sponsor, I decided to go with Lowe's because I feel like that would be like a more funny car pun than just using like Lowe's, because of it could be like an ironic thing, because even though Johnspin's sponsor is Lowe's, just because his sponsor is something else doesn't mean his personality is fast. That's how I see him. He's like an ironic racer that says Lowe's, but he's actually really fast on the track. And then I printed out his decals, and then I glued it onto him, and Jimmie Johnspin was now done. Like, here he is right here. I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty cool, like not pretty cool, like really nice, like just driving. And in the next shot, like right here in the back, it says Slows. And not gonna lie, that was like a spare decal that I had, and I just glued it onto him. And I was like, you know what, just give him some detail in the back. And then here's the reason why I didn't chose like an image for this, because I have the die cast, and here's the top, like both of them like compared, and here's another side, like they're both compared. You can obviously see that that's based on that one. And here is this one again, and yeah, that's pretty much the Pixar Cars version of him with his real life counterpart. So yeah, let's just get on to the conclusion. And that is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. And not gonna lie, I kind of like these two to be rivals, because Steelheart is Home Depot, which is Home Depot, and Johnspin is Johnson, which he raced for Lowe's, and for this one it says Lowe's. So yeah, it's kind of cool that I made, like, I think they could be like rivals. But anyways, that is it for the video. I'm out.